I'm here with Patrick, and I tend to do a lot of talking during these interviews, so I'll try not to do so much talking this time. I want to let Patrick tell us a little bit about his story. First, maybe you could tell us a little bit about yourself and where you came from, and a little bit about the floaters and how they were affecting your life.
Okay, well, I've come from South Africa. I noticed about 18 months ago that I was developing some rather large floaters. They seemed to appear fairly quickly, and they were starting to affect me quite badly.
Mm-hmm.
They were ever present, and they were distracting me to a point where I was becoming quite despondent and depressed, and I needed to find a solution.
Now, you're an accountant.
That's right.
In front of a computer monitor quite often, I'm sure, looking at numbers, dealing with a lot of detail. Was it affecting your ability to work and the quality of your work?
It was, in the sense that psychologically I kept focusing on the floaters, particularly on the screen of the computer, and also on the pages, the white pages of what I was working on. So that was where it was being distracting.
And that's something I think that it gets a little confusing for people, that the floaters very often don't affect the visual acuity. They still have 20/20, 20/15 vision, very good vision, but it's a little distracting. Things that are just constantly coming into the field of vision, which is really quite disturbing for people. So when you go to your local eye doctor and you're reading 20/20 off the chart, very, very good vision, they even tend to sort of dismiss this as, oh, it's just a floater, oh, you'll just learn to live with it. And I'm sure you were told something like that.
I was told exactly that. The ophthalmologist who tested my eyes basically said that I have to live with the floaters, and count myself lucky that they weren't as bad as some other people were experiencing.
That's true, and it is, should be reassuring that the eyes are usually healthy, that the floaters are not really an eye affliction in the sense that it's affecting the health of the eyes, not like advanced glaucoma or macular degeneration or even cataracts, but they are disturbing for a lot of people. So you were told to learn, you just have to learn to live with them, and I guess you decided that was not acceptable.
That's right. What I did was I started to explore the internet, try and find solutions, did a lot of searches, and eventually I came across your website. I started to go through it, went through the video interviews that you provided with other people, and I was quite impressed, and I thought I need to try this option.
Good, and we communicated back and forth a bit via email first, and you decided to make that big leap, and leap of faith, I suppose. And how many hours of flight was it out here?
On the plane it was 23 hours in total.
23 hours. So I'm quite honored. And so you were here, showed up a couple days ago or so, and we started. And tell me just maybe quickly, or tell our friends here quickly what the experience was like as far as the treatment. Was it painful? Was it uncomfortable? What is it all like? Okay,
basically the treatment was not painful at all. Okay, it was. There was no pain whatsoever. I just had the lens against my eye. That was about as much discomfort as it was, which wasn't discomforting really. And the laser part of it, there was no pain. I hardly felt it. If it weren't for the click that the shot makes when it happens, I wouldn't have noticed that there was a laser actually being fired. Thereafter, after the treatment was finished, and I think we generally had treatments for about half an hour.
And we treated both of your eyes.
That's right. There was no pain thereafter. The eyes were slightly red, but and they weren't sore at all. So what happened is we did successive treatments every day, and didn't feel any pain and no discomfort really, so it was quite nice from that respect.
Okay, and then the question I like to ask people is, let's say when you first showed up here, if that was 100% of the floaters that you had, on the left eye and the right eye, how much did we improve, how much floater material did we clear out of there? Where are you right now?
Okay, in terms of my left eye, I had one significant floater, two significant floaters, and of those, basically the one is completely gone. The other one, there's still a small remnant left, which we hope to eliminate today. On the other side, on the right eye, I had one significant floater, and that one is basically completely gone. Yeah. So I would say on the right eye, about 98% complete or improvement, and on the left eye, I would say probably about 85%.
It's pretty good. I usually set my expectations a little bit lower, try to set the expectations for the patient a little bit lower, and try to overachieve on that. There's a lot of people who are watching this right now and who will watch this, whether they be ophthalmologists, optometrists, people doing the research just like you did. There's a lot of people who say that this procedure doesn't work, doesn't exist, should never be done, can't be done, just doesn't work. and I'm sitting here listening to you saying it's 95 or 98% clear and I don't know, 90 or something like that on the other eye. Is there anything that you can tell these people? And this is really the reason we do these interviews and these conversations, is because I want the patients to tell that story. You know, what can you tell these people who are sitting in that same position and trying to do that research, who, you know, where their trusted eye doctor has told them essentially the same thing that they told you? Can't be done, shouldn't be done, there's really nothing for this. What would you like to tell them?
I'd like to say that there's no need for you to continue living with the floaters. The treatment does work, and I can vouch for it absolutely. It's made a huge difference to my sight. Psychologically, I think is the biggest battle, because you continuously have them floating in and out of your vision, and it's very distracting. That is almost completely gone now. It's a huge improvement on what I had, and I'm so glad that I came across. It's made and it's going to make a huge quality of life improvement to me. It really does work. Give it a try. You'll be amazed.
Well, thank you very much. You know, it's very rewarding for me to sit here and to listen to this, because I know that, you know, what I'm doing flies a little bit under the radar, that not everybody fully accepts that this procedure is done. I'm very careful about what I do, and for full disclosure, not everybody can be treated. Probably a good 15 to 20% of the people that come in, oftentimes, you know, I won't treat or can't treat, or it's just not safe to treat. This is not magic. It is a delicate, meticulous, very time-consuming procedure. But for the right types of floaters and for the right motivation for the person, it can really seem like a miracle. So I encourage you to go through the website, learn as much as you can. Contact me by email. I answer all of the emails personally myself, phone calls, etc. And I'll be glad to answer any further questions you might have. Just give me a call about your particular situation, and we'll do our best for you. So thank you, Patrick, again. Now let me ask you real quickly, did your wife think you were crazy flying all the way out here to get this done?
Well, she knew that it was bothering me a hell of a lot.
Yeah.
I think it was possibly a very drastic step. I left basically my family and my work in quite a hurry, but from my point of view it was something I had to try. I needed to do it, and I'm very grateful that you managed to sort out my problem for me.
You're welcome. Did you tell your eye doctor you were coming out here?
I did, and he said that I should let him know when I get back how I felt about the treatment, and I certainly will let him know.
Very good. Thank you again. And thanks for watching.